Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming a very exciting video. It's gonna be my mini eyeshadow palette collection. So very recently I posted my eyeshadow palette collection video on YouTube. It's about an hour long. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it up in the description box. I'm very proud of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's got good views, so I'm assuming I did something right. But if you haven't seen it yet, I would highly recommend. And in that video, you guys had mentioned that you would like to see my mini eyeshadow palettes. So I decided, let me film it, let me give the people what they want. And without further blabbering, let's get into my mini eyeshadow palette collection. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. On top of that, I also love to do collection videos, hauls, anti-hauls, will I buy it? We got it all on my channel. So if you are just finding me, don't forget to subscribe. Also turn on that post notification bell. Now let's get into my mini eyeshadow palette video. Before I start, I just want to give one quick disclaimer, okay? I didn't really narrow things down in this mini collection video. I've done these before where I've categorized mini eyeshadow palettes as palettes with less than 9 shades but smaller than a ColourPop eyeshadow palette. I didn't do that this year, so bear with me. You might see some repeats from my full eyeshadow collection, but I didn't think you guys would mind. Plus, this video is much shorter than that, so hopefully you guys still enjoy it. And now, let's get nosy. Let's look at my mini eyeshadow palettes. We have this one in Beachside, which I actually purchased with my own money. And then Ofra was so kind and they sent me the other 3. I have this neutral one called Sweet Dreams. I have this neutral one called Getaway. And then I have this purple one called Galaxy. So cute. Next, I have my little quads from Pat McGrath. So these ones are really new to my collection. I just picked these up. These are from Holiday. This is the Quad in Fleur Fantasia. This is Ritualistic Rose from last year's Holiday. And then I also have the blue-green one. But I lent that one to my friend Amy, so I don't have that one back yet. But this is the one from last year. I have this one, which is Interstellar Icon, that blue-purple shade. Gets me every time. And then we have Risque Rose from 2020 Holiday and this purple shade. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to play with these. Okay, I don't have a very big Too Faced collection, but for some reason, this palette snuck its way into my life. I haven't used this yet. This is the little Gingerbread Spice palette. I mean, how freaking cute is this packaging? I'm not gonna lie. This one might have been a packaging buy, and it's so cute. It's like the size of a little credit card. Okay, this is the Jungle Lights palette from Fenty Beauty. I picked this up because my friend Lacey from Spooky Lips and Fat Hips recommended this palette, and I wanted to pick it up, and it was out of stock so long, and when it finally came into Ulta, I did grab it. I feel like I showed this in my main eyeshadow palette collection video, but I'm going to show it again. There's going to be some palettes that are in both, but it's really hard to classify mini palettes. I feel like mini palettes should be smaller than a ColourPop palette that's a 9-pan, but also has a certain number of shades. This one has a lot of shades in it. It has a lot of color variety, and it's a really nice NYX palette that you can pick up at the drugstore. So I'm including this in this video, but I am sorry if there's repetition between the 2 videos. This palette was gifted to me by my friend Angie. This is the Colorful little 9-pan palette that you can create on We Makeup's website. This is a Italian indie brand, I believe, and Angie is a big fan of their eyeshadow formula, so she sent me this adorable palette. I have used this, but I keep meaning to put it in a video, so hopefully I could get that done at least in 2021. Oh my gosh, I'm so terrible, but you guys know I love eyeshadow palettes. Okay, here's something that's a little bit newer to my collection. These are the Fenty Snap palettes. When they originally launched, I was really not interested in these, but then I saw them on sale on Fenty Beauty's website, and they were I think 30% off or something. I got them on a pretty good deal, so I decided to pick up these 2 shades because they really interested me. So I have number 9 and 10. This wine shade is so beautiful. I have worn this one on my eyes. I can't remember if I've tried the green one, but I will definitely keep you guys posted on my thoughts. And I don't know, they're kind of cool. They click together like this. So if you like to travel a lot with your makeup, I know some people carry around a makeup bag. That's not really my cup of tea, but I feel like something like this would be so convenient. Okay, next are 2 new Juvia's Place mini palettes. This is the Nubian Glow, and then I also have the Nubian Royal. This Nubian Royal palette is so pretty. Like, I couldn't care less about the glow, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if you're trying to pick between the two, definitely go for this purple one. It's got so many beautiful shimmer shades. It does have a pressed glitter, but even if you don't like pressed glitter, I think you would get enough use out of these purples to make this worth it, hopefully, at least in my opinion. But man, oh man, I've been loving these little mini palettes from Juvia's Place. Next are two mini palettes from Midas Cosmetics. These are from their fall pastel collection. So I really like these because they did a light skin version and a medium deep version, just so they could be used with different skin tones, which I think is really smart. Also, I really love these beautiful like iridescent shades that you can use as toppers. And it's a really nice formula. I really like these. I am a Midas affiliate, so if you want to save money, I will put my code on the screen. Otherwise, all the information on my codes can always be found in the description box as well. So how cute is this packaging? Here's three palettes I basically bought for the packaging. These are from Revolution Pro. They did these like little quads. These weren't horrible, but I definitely don't reach for them at all really in my collection. But they're nice. I mean, they look kind of expensive, and I would recommend if you're, you know, looking for these color stories or you really like the packaging. I think they're cute, you know, they're a little bit different from everything else they kind of copy and steal. So I don't mind having these in my collection. I don't know if melt stacks count as mini eyeshadow palettes, but I figured this would be the place to put them. This is my only melt stack. I have the blueprint stack. I haven't even really used this. I just bought it because I saw it on a really good sale. And I kind of think this packaging is really fun, but I don't know. I hardly reach for it. So let me know, are you guys melt stack fans? I personally prefer their palettes, if I'm being honest. But I have one, and so I'm glad to keep it in my collection just so I can use it as a reference if I need to in a video or something like that. Here's another cute little palette. I picked this up when I was in New York for Ipsy Beauty. This is from Kaja Beauty. This is a bento box. Honestly, if I didn't have a YouTube channel and I just was into like simple everyday makeup, I feel like something like this is, again, awesome to travel with. It's so easy to store. They have so many different colors. These ones are all shimmer, but they also have ones that are mattes with a mix of shimmers and stuff like that. But this is so adorable. Look at it. It's so tiny. Okay, here's a palette. Okay, here's a mini palette I've never used. This is also from I Heart Revolution. This is the Heartbreakers palette. Honestly, I don't really know why I bought this other than it was probably like under 10 bucks. And I was like, let me get it and review it. So I've never used it. Maybe I could put it in a giveaway. Maybe somebody else can at least get some use out of it. Okay, this avocado palette from Makeup Revolution is actually a pretty decent green palette. And I think this one is under $10. You can find this on the Ulta website if you're curious. It's the Mini Tasty Avocado. They also have a bigger palette that's about $15. I think I showed it in my full-size palette video. But how cute is this little avocado? It's a cute palette. So these palettes, I know this one for sure has some repeat shades from the Mothership 4 palette, the Decadence palette. I believe all of these are repeats. Purple is from one of her singles as well. I think it's called, what is that one called? Synthetica is a single shade that she launched. And that single shadow, I think, costs about the same price as these palettes full price. So if you ever want to try Pat McGrath, I would highly recommend one of these. And I think this palette was on sale on her website like for 10 bucks, like over Black Friday or something. So if you're curious about Pat McGrath but you don't want to spend the luxury price tag, I would go for one of these. It's honestly such a good deal. So if you've been watching my YouTube channel for a while, you know I have this. This is the Moschino original collection with Sephora. It's so cute. It's like a little bag. I don't really use the eyeshadows in here, but I love this packaging. It's so cute. Okay, so I am the proud owner of some of the e.l.f. bite-sized eyeshadow palettes. I don't think I have all the colors, or maybe I do. I honestly haven't checked, but I think these are really a nice quad that you can get at the drugstore. I think they retail for $3. My favorite is the green, and then the smoky one's pretty nice too. This one is my least favorite, I must say. But man, oh man, this is such an affordable little quad, and it's actually decent quality. I know different people have different opinions and experiences with these quads, but I feel like for drugstore, e.l.f. has come a long way with these. So here is my Natasha Denona mini eyeshadow collection. This one is signed by her because I met her in New York last year. She had a meet and greet at the Sephora in Times Square. So I will never get rid of that one because it has such a good memory attached to it. This one is the Retro palette. That's such an interesting color story as well. So I really like that. The gold, the mini gold is my favorite color story of all of her minis. This is the mini Tropic. So all these shades are in the last row of her $125 Tropic palette. And those are the shades I found most interesting. So I was happy to pay the lower price point and get the mini. Okay, next is the Rendezvous palette by Sigma. This is their holiday palette. It's so simple. I actually included this in a gift-worthy palettes, like palette guide for shopping for like your friends and family for holiday gifts. I think this would be perfect for a neutral lover that just likes a basic little palette that they can use every day. I have the khaki palette from Huda Beauty. I never actually ended up filming a video with this palette, even though that was my intention, but I have talked extensively about how I feel like this is hardly a khaki palette. It's definitely more like a brown palette with like a shade that kind of looks like it's a khaki, but really once you put it on your eyes, I really don't feel a khaki vibe. I definitely feel like there's a haze though. It's like a hint. It's like a hint. It's like a light khaki palette. So I would not recommend this palette to you guys. The only Charlotte Tilbury quad in my collection is this one in Pillow Talk. And honestly, I love the quality of this quad, but this shade selection is not flattering on my eyes. I know she has like one called like Walk of No Shame, and she has another one called Rose Fire, Fire Rose or something. I really want that one because it's more like burgundy shades and it looks stunning. But I keep this around because every once in a while I'll do makeup on my friends, and this looks so flattering on lighter skin tones, so I like to hold on to this in case they want like a sophisticated eye look. I love reaching for this. Okay, so I have the Dose of Colors Snow Angels palette. This is from like holiday a couple of years ago. They did this 5-pan eyeshadow palette. It's nice, but I definitely don't use it enough, but I'm gonna hold on to it because if I ever decide to use it, I mean, I have it, so why not? These two palettes I low-key regret buying. These are their two new 5-pan palettes. We have Smoky Soiree and Cutting Edge, and these are nice, and I remember really loving the Dose of Colors eyeshadow formula, but I don't love them as much as I remember, so I think I'm basically going to take a little break from Dose of Colors. If they come out with something interesting in 2021, I will definitely keep my eye on them, but I'm not planning on buying like every new release from this brand, I guess is basically what I'm trying to say, because I feel like I'm not as big a fan of the eyeshadow formula as I thought I was. This packaging from Nabla is so expensive and like just fancy looking. This is how they package their pressed glitters, and I am like living for how expensive and sophisticated this looks. Even if you don't like pressed glitters, what I love is that they sell them separate, so they're not included in their big palettes. But if you want to pick one up, you sure can. I've gotten both of these in Trend Mood boxes, so I'm pretty jazzed about it because I think I scored pretty good deals on both of these, and I definitely don't need any more pressed glitter, but I'm glad that I have these two palettes because they're so pretty, and I would love to see Nabla do some like greens, some blues. Hopefully 2021 we'll see some more color from them. Okay, here's some more cute palettes from Midas Cosmetics. This is from their Latte collection. So we have this one called Macchiato. I have one called Latte. It looks like that. I haven't used this one, but how pretty is that for fall? And then we have Decaf. This packaging is so cute, and that's what Decaf looks like. So I really like these. I haven't used these two, but I have used Macchiato, and it's really good quality. So if you're into really small, compact things like this, you might enjoy this collection. Okay, who remembers these from ColourPop? Oh my gosh, I should really get rid of these because I don't really see myself reaching for these, but I have Take Me Home. This is pretty much from ColourPop, and then I have this Make Up Your Mind, which they kind of did like Instagram polls, so basically their audience got to pick the colors. It's kind of a really random all shimmer color story, but this silver is probably one of the best silvers out there. So I don't know, I kind of like to hold on to these for nostalgia purposes because I feel like ColourPop hasn't made a 6-pan palette in a while, so kind of like to hold on to them. I don't know. I guess sometimes I like to collect makeup. Okay, so you guys know I am a pretty big fan of Huda Beauty, so I do have her Obsessions palettes. I've been buying these on and off for a long time, like basically ever since they came out. This particular launch, the formula isn't my absolute favorite, but I don't mind it, and I thought these colors were so fun, so I basically bought all of them except the orange themed palette that they had. And then this is probably my favorite Obsessions palette. This is the Nude Rich palette. I have such great memories attached to this palette because I filmed a collaboration with two of my best friends here on YouTube, Amy and Angie, and we each reviewed one of these palettes. So if you haven't seen that video, I feel like it's still relevant if you're thinking about picking this up. Next are these two. These were so disappointing, and honestly I am kind of mad at myself because I didn't just end up returning them. The quality is so subpar on these palettes. So these are the Nude Obsessions. I have the pink one and like an orange one. There was also a green one. That one, I ordered all three and they sent me two of the pink ones. So they messed up my order, and then I think they sent me the green one, but that one was like so undetectable as far as pigmentation goes that I ended up sending that one back, and I kept these two. But man, oh man, do I regret all the hard-earned money I wasted on these. Okay, I am so proud of my Juvia's Place mini eyeshadow palette collection. So this is the berries one. It's so pretty. These are all really pretty. I don't know what else to say. This is the violets. We have the mauves. We have the sweet pinks. Ooh, so bright. We have the nudes. We have the taupes. And last but certainly not least, the chocolates. Look at that deep, deep chocolatey palette. Okay, I have the Dose of Colors X I Love Syracuse palette. I love palm print, so I feel like I have to hold on to this because I love this packaging. That blue metallic shade is gorgeous. I did play with this palette quite a bit when I first got it, so I think it's gonna remain in my collection for the rest of my life, probably. I have this Sugar Pill Fun Size palette. This is like one of Sugar Pill's recent launches that I actually enjoy. I feel like they're doing a lot of weird stuff with those like capsule palettes, really not my vibes. But man, oh man, this little palette is a cutie. If I were them, I would try and do more palettes like this in 2021. Okay, so this is my only mini palette from Menagerie Cosmetics. This is the Violet Ink palette. If you want this palette, I'm sorry, but you're out of luck. This got discontinued this Black Friday, so you'll probably have to try and like pry it from somebody's cold dead hands. I'm just kidding, guys, but this palette is really beautiful. Cannot wait to see what other mini palettes they come out with in the future. Last but certainly not least is our little Nabla collection here. So I have to say Angie's definitely the one that sold me on these cutie palettes. So this one is adorable. This is the original in the shade Nude. Then they did this one called Coral, which came broken twice from Ulta. So I just decided to cut my losses and save this one. Then they launched these three together. So this one is Platinum. I have Berries, which is so stunning. This shade Alchemy 2, oh my gosh, amazing. And then we have Metropolitan, which looks like this. So that is it for my little Nabla collection. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed my mini eyeshadow palette collection. Let me know what your favorite mini eyeshadow palette is in your collection. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are enjoying Makeup Savagemas, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so you're notified every time I post. And I will see you guys in my next video tomorrow. Bye!